Hey everyone, have you ever let doubt stop you from pursuing your dreams? Maybe you had a big idea but then thought, who am I to try that? I'll probably fail anyway. Sound familiar? It's that little voice in your head that tells you you're not good enough, smart enough, or just not enough in some way. Well, guess what? That voice is holding you back from success. Today we're going to dive into how self-doubt sneaks into your life, sabotages your potential, and here's the kicker, how to kick it to the curb once and for all. If you're ready to stop letting self-doubt be your biggest obstacle, grab a seat and let's unpack this. Self-doubt is like that annoying friend who constantly tells you you're not ready, you're not prepared, and maybe you should just stay in your comfort zone. But here's the thing, that friend doesn't have your best interests at heart. Self-doubt is a silent killer of dreams. It's that nagging voice that asks, what if I fail? Or what if people judge me? It's a constant companion, lurking in the background of your thoughts, and let's be honest, it's a total party crasher. But what if I told you that self-doubt is not only common, it's also incredibly dangerous? If you let it dictate your actions, you could miss out on opportunities that might change your life. So let's talk about the different ways self-doubt manifests and how it keeps you stuck in place, wondering what could have been. Self-doubt doesn't come with a warning label. It doesn't say, hey, I'm here to ruin your life, so get ready for a roller coaster of missed opportunities. Instead, it sneaks up quietly. It starts with thoughts like, am I good enough? Or, what if they don't like my idea? Then, like an avalanche, it builds up and consumes your confidence, leaving you frozen in indecision. You've probably experienced one of the following forms of self-doubt at some point. 1. Fear of failure. This one's a classic. Fear of failure isn't just about failing. It's about the shame, embarrassment, and judgment that might come with it. It's like thinking, if I fail, everyone will know I'm a fraud. I'm not cut out for this. This fear can stop you from even trying because you're paralyzed by the possibility of not succeeding. 2. Imposter syndrome. Ever feel like you don't deserve your accomplishments or that you're just faking it? That's imposter syndrome. It's that nagging belief that you're not as competent or talented as people think you are. You feel like any minute someone's going to expose you for not really knowing what you're doing. 3. Perfectionism. This one's tricky. Perfectionism tells you that if it's not going to be perfect, then it's not worth doing at all. But guess what? Perfection is a myth. The longer you wait for things to be just right, the longer you stay stuck. The pursuit of perfection isn't a pathway to success. It's a roadblock to getting started. 4. The comparison trap. This one's a crowd favorite. Look at that person. They got it all figured out. Self-doubt loves to push you into the comparison trap where you're measuring your progress against someone else's highlight reel. You forget that they're likely facing their own doubts and struggles, but you're too busy worrying about not measuring up. All of these doubts, in one form or another, prevent you from stepping out of your comfort zone and taking meaningful action. Instead, they keep you stuck in a loop of what ifs and maybe later. But the longer you let self-doubt dictate your decisions, the more you're essentially signing up for a lifetime of what could have been regrets. And that's not a fun place to be. So how does all of this actually affect you in the real world? Let's look at some cold, hard numbers. Studies show that 70% of people experience imposter syndrome at some point in their lives. and that number can spike for women and people of color in high-achieving environments. That means if you're doubting yourself, you're not alone. In fact, you're in good company with some of the world's most successful individuals. Take Sheryl Sandberg, for example, the former COO of Facebook. She has publicly shared that she struggled with imposter syndrome throughout her career. Or how about Maya Angelou? She once said, "I have written 11 books, but each time I think, uh-oh, they're going to find out now. I've run a game on everyone, and they're going to find me out." Let that sink in for a second. Even the most successful people deal with self-doubt. The difference between them and others, though, is that they didn't let it hold them back. But here's where the twist comes in. You don't have to be stuck in that cycle of doubt. You can break free. There's a way out, but it requires confronting the very thing that's keeping you stagnant. The first step is acknowledging that self-doubt is just a feeling, one that you can challenge and overcome. Here's where I get to give you a little aha moment. I'm going to share a personal story about how overcoming doubt can literally change your life. A few years ago, I was sitting on an idea for a project. I thought it was too big, too risky, and too outside the box. I spent months thinking, what if it flops? Or what if no one cares? And of course, the self-doubt piled on. But then I realized something. Every time I hesitated, I was choosing to let doubt dictate my life. I was saying, I'm not good enough to do this, so I made a decision. I would move forward even if I was scared. The result? The project exceeded all my expectations, and I gained a confidence I didn't even know I had. But that moment of clarity wouldn't have happened if I hadn't pushed past my self-doubt. This story isn't just mine. I've heard countless stories from people who've turned their doubts into action and achieved remarkable success. When you stop letting fear control your decisions, you give yourself permission to try, and trying is the first step toward winning. To wrap it up, self-doubt is the silent killer of potential. It tells you you're not good enough, not ready, or not worthy of success. But the truth is, everyone experiences doubt. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simply this: they don't let it stop them. They push through the fear, take action, and embrace the possibility of failure as part of the journey. So if you're tired of letting self-doubt control your life, it's time to take a stand. Recognize that doubt is just a feeling, not a fact, and then move forward anyway. You don't have to have all the answers right now. Just take one small step and the rest will follow. Now, I'd love to hear from you. How has self-doubt held you back? Have you had an aha moment where you broke free from it? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and share your experience. Maybe your comment can help someone else. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And as always, thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.